Welcome to Jeff's Sunday Talk. My name's Jeff and I own Jeff's Lawn and Landscaping. So I just wanted to get on here and talk a little bit about somebody that I talked to the other day that started their lawn business. So I guess he wanted to talk to me and kind of get some ideas from me. So he ended up starting this year and has about 12 yards that he mows a week. And he was telling me that he wanted to get to about 30 yards a week. So I was telling him that I thought that if you want to be at 30 a week, that you should pick up about 35. So I feel like you should have a 5 to 7 yard cushion. So if you want to be at 30 and you're at 35, 37, if you lose any, then like I said, you have that cushion to be at 30. But if you're mowing 30 yards and that's where you want to be, and you lose one or two, then of course you're going to be under 30. So if you pretty much want to stay at 30, I think you should like I said, have a 5 to 7 job cushion. And then if you lose any, you might lose 2 or 3 and you're still above 30, and it'll give you time to maybe get a few more. And another thing, I like having a little bit more than what I need, to where when you go to bid on a job, you can bid on it where you feel like it's the right price. You don't have to just take anything to fill in your schedule. I don't want to rip nobody off, but at the same time, if I'm going to come out here and work hard in this heat and everything, I want to get paid what I think it's worth. I don't want to be getting underpaid. And I feel like if you're right at where you need to be and you don't have to pick up as many, you can be a little bit pickier. To me, when I started my lawn service, I actually was on I picked up jobs on the south side of Indianapolis, and the more jobs I ended up getting, and kind of having a hard time keeping up with them, I started getting a little bit pickier on how far I went out. So now I shrunk my area down where I don't go out as far. And then, of course, my minimum price to mow a yard has went up a little bit. And, to me, I don't want to rip somebody off, but at the same time, there's nothing wrong with you having jobs where you go and bid and you're where you feel like you're kind of like the top money of what you should get. To me, I guess I feel like I try to ask the top money for the job, but then I go out and try to get good equipment, backup equipment. I try to have 2 of everything. So I want the customer to look at it as, okay, he might be a little on the higher end of some of them, but he's dependable. He does a good job. If something tears up, like I said, I try to get extras to where, if worse comes to worse, I just come home, switch my mowers out, drop the one off that's tore up, and get another one, and keep going. They don't have to worry about me calling saying, hey, this tore up, I won't be able to be there this week. Not to say it wouldn't happen, but I try my best to not let that happen. And then when you go to ask for more money or something a couple years later, I think they're going to look at it, hey, he's wanting $5 more cut. He's really dependable. He does a good job. We hired him, and we really don't hear nothing out of him. We come home and the job's done. So that's kind of the attitude that, or the way I want them to look at it when I mow their yard. So I guess I'm kind of all over the place on this, but and then another thing that I would suggest if you're starting your lawn business, I try to go up probably every couple years, every 2 to 3 years. I feel like if you get in there and you bid on a job and you bid it right, you should be able to go a couple years without having to go up on the customer unless things just went up, prices and stuff, and you just can't help it. But the majority of the time, I think you could go a couple of years. But there again, I would try to have that cushion. If I knew that I was going to go up on some the following year, I would try to pick up some at least towards the end of the year, you know, the 5 to 7 or even a little bit more if you're going to go up on people the next year, to where if you lose a few, then, you know, you have some to fall back on. But yeah, I like, when I go up, I like trying to go up $5. You know, I would rather go up more often, but go up just $5 than to not go up as often and go up, say, $10. To me, a $10 is a little bit of a jump. Not saying that you can't get it, but I just feel like if you go up like $5, that people will look at it and say, hey, you know, he hasn't went up in a couple years. It's only $5. He does a good job. I feel like more than likely, more chances, they'll just say, let's just stick with him. But if you go up $10, you know, to me, it's just a little bit more of a jump. You know, if you bid something and you're pretty bad off on it and have to go up on $10, well then, you know, you have to do what you got to do. There's one job that I went up, or I went to bid on this year, and it actually is probably $5 to $10 cheaper than what I should have bid it. And so it's at $55 a cut right now, which is not bad, because even though I feel like it's a little lower than what it should be, I've got 2 other jobs in this same edition, so that kind of makes up for it too. But this following year, I'm gonna go up, and even though I think it should be $10 more cut, I'll probably only go up $5. So, you know, like I said, part of that's my fault. And even though I just got the job this year, usually I like going, like I said, every couple years. But with me bidding a little lower than what I should, I'll probably end up going up on them this following year. But so if you end up knowing that you're going to go up on some jobs the following year, there again, I would try to get that cushion towards the end of the year, to where when you go up next year, you have some to fall back on when you raise your prices too. Usually, like I said, I'll go up every couple of years, unless I feel like I bid the job right and I'm comfortable where it is. I don't care to leave it alone either. I don't feel like it's automatically has to go up every year. You know, it just depends on what it's bid at. But usually I'll go up, let's say every couple years, but like I'll go up on half my customers, maybe somewhere around in there, depending on what they're priced, and then the following year go up on the other half. So even though you're going up on somebody every year, they're averaging every couple years. And then I like doing part of them too, to where I felt like when I started going up, that if I went up on everybody, I'm taking more of a chance to lose more. But if I only go up on half of them, you know, I'm not taking as much of a chance. But you just kind of rotating out, I guess. But I appreciate you watching this, and I appreciate if you go back and check out some of my other videos and like and subscribe. Thank you.